last take here to try
this location.
Yeah, we were talking about the cell service, and I shouldn't have said anything. We're trying to run the live stream from the mountaintop here, and we are just not having the best of luck.
No, it was good, and then we decided to move it around, and that was just like the catalyst for the no signal.
No signal, yeah. So hopefully it picks back up here. If not, we might have to call it quits and head back down and stream over the Starlink.
Yeah, maybe, try again with the internet.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's one of those things. I can see the cell towers. There's cell towers probably, man, they're pretty far away. Probably like 2 miles away that way. But we can see the towers, so it's very strange that, you know, the service just, it'll be great, and then it tanks.
Yeah.
So strange. Hopefully the feed is back and doing decent for you guys.
Comments rolling in. Hopefully, I think we're back up to, almost 20 people, so.
Okay, so it's working right on. Yeah, thank you guys for bearing with us. We're just trying, to get back to the roots almost, live streaming. I can't even talk. Live streaming from the top of the mountain. But yeah, it always seems to fight us when we come up here. That was the reason that we quit doing it, was just the dropout.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully it holds up here. So we can confidently say that the Starlink is much better than the cell service here. Even at the best location we have for cell phone service, it's still like just pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch the feed here just to see like what kind of quality it is compared to the Starlink.
Right, yeah, if it like buffers a lot or if it's like kind of lagging.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to see. So thank you guys for bearing with us. Caden's in the house.
Caden's in the house.
What's up, Caden? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are good up here in Idaho. It's a Tuesday. Beautiful day, a little bit windy. Probably, we didn't check the temperature, but we think it's between 80 and 90 degrees. So.
Yeah, 85 we'll call it.
Super nice.
Yeah, very nice. Little hazy. I don't know where the haze is coming from, if it's smoke or just the heat that's evaporating the water so fast, or
probably I guess it would be fire smoke somewhere.
Yeah, there's probably some wildfires, not super close to us, but
close enough for the wind to carry it this way.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I remember last year a lot of the fires, I think it was like Oregon and Washington, we hardly had any super close to us, but man, you could see the satellite images. It was amazing how far those fires can carry the smoke, or the earth can carry the smoke.
For sure. This time last year it was much smokier than it is now, so we're happy.
Yeah, much smokier last year, so this is doing good.
What's that?
Yep, some water.
But yeah, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, what is a week away from the 1-year anniversary?
I know, it flew by.
We still haven't taken a honeymoon yet, so we'll have to plan on something.
Is it even I guess you can call anything a honeymoon, but is it even a honeymoon if you're like a year or two down the road?
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you can call it a honeymoon.
Even like what would be your thoughts on a small road trip even?
I think a road trip would be fun.
Yeah.
Road trip, backpacking trip, like camping trip could be cool.
Yeah, camping trip could be cool if we did like a little loop, something, maybe backpacking.
Something.
Yeah, just kind of get out there and take a break from things and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never did that, so hopefully we can do that maybe on the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a week or so.
In a week or so.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I hope.
Cool, so thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully everybody's doing well where you're at. It is about noon 30 here.
Yeah, almost 12:30.
Almost 12:30. We're up on the mountaintop. I really want to show you guys around, but I do not want to move this phone. Yeah. So stick around till the end. Right at the end of the live stream, we'll do a big panel. We'll show you guys where Canada is. We'll look over into Montana and obviously Idaho, because that's where we are.
Yep.
But yeah, we have mountains surrounding us on every direction. It's pretty neat. We've been talking about it a couple times this week. It seems to come up every now and again, but just like the soil types that we have here and how this whole area was formed really. And the way this area was formed was by like the glaciers back during the Ice Age.
Millions of years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. There's a lot of, history to it here. So a lot of these mountains were carved out by glaciers. A lot of the smaller mountains aren't even really the same type of mountains compared to their bigger brothers around it. It's a completely different type of soil. So the smaller mountains are more of like a deposit, really.
Yeah.
Where the bigger mountains are very rocky and a solid formation. The smaller hills and mountains is more of a pile of sand, I guess you could say.
Yep. We're definitely noticing that on our property during the heat of the summer. It's like fine powder.
Yeah,
Like
it's
very dusty, picks up in the wind and just gets everywhere.
yeah, it's like talcum powder. It's called Glacial Silt or Glacial Till, and it's from that Ice Age era when there was water flowing through here. Where these smaller hills are, it must have been almost like a back eddy in the water, where all the really light stuff was able to congregate and settle.
Yep.
It's really interesting just to understand the lay of the land like that.
Yeah, it is interesting to it's kind of like a puzzle piece. You're saying, why does it look like this here, but it looks like that there? You know, and just to think of how it was carved out so perfectly.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we're talking about these little mountains and these big mountains, and guys, they're a lot closer together in some situations than you would think. We're talking 200 yards apart. Drastic changes in the lay of the land and what type of soils is underneath it. It's really cool. Really interesting to see.
Should have been a geologist.
I'm not that interested in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kentucky Bluegrass Living is saying we need to build an A-frame at the top of the mountain once we reach 100,000 viewers.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool.
Definitely are going to put something up here one day. We kind of go back and forth between what we want it to be. I think for sure, though, we're thinking about starting off with a deck, like a raised deck.
Platform
up here. To get it started and then build something on top of that.
Yeah. It's definitely on our radar to do something up here.
For sure.
Oh, lots of bugs up here.
It will happen.
Yeah. It will definitely happen. Yeah, we actually was that last summer that we started to dig the footers here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so last summer, Liz and I got a little ahead of ourselves, came up and dug some footers. Actually, right where we're sitting, we got 4 post holes around us in anticipation to build a platform.
Thought we were going to do that last summer, but now the holes have pretty much at least halfway filled themselves back in. So we'll restart that at some point.
Yeah, we've kind of redesigned that. I don't know why we completely abandoned that. I think a big factor was we can't cut over 9 feet on the sawmill, and we need 12-foot beams up here to build this platform. That we're trying to do a 12 by 12 footprint of a platform.
Right.
So I think that was the holdup last year.
Yep.
So maybe we can go down to one of our friends' house and mill a couple beams to 12 feet or something like that. Yeah.
That would be cool. Get the ball rolling.
Yeah, we do need to get the ball rolling up here. Oh yeah, and we use the floor joists. We had a bunch of 2x6s that we had used when we were forming our concrete for the slab down at the shop house, and we had planned to use those for the floor joists up here, and we've actually since used those as well on the greenhouse. That's how we built the entire greenhouse that you guys have seen.
Yeah, that was fun.
We ripped all those 2x6s in half and built the whole greenhouse. So I guess we have 0 lumber left over for this project, so we are starting from scratch again.
Back to square one.
Back to square one, which is good. That's fine. We have some leftover hardware as far as fasteners and stuff, so we really just need to source some lumber and get some lumber milled.
Really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
My thing's not loading, so I can't get back to the comments. I don't know if people are in the comment section.
Hopefully
you guys
the internet is still rolling.
Yeah.
It has not let us know that it dropped out yet.
It says there's 73. It's going up.
Okay, yeah. Here. So typically if one phone drops out, the other one drops out immediately. We're on the same cell service, and Liz's does not seem to be loading. So hopefully everybody is doing decent on the stream. Hopefully the stream's decent, basically, is what I'm saying. Jed, get out of here.
He's helping.
Jed's trying to get his cameo in for the week. Yeah, that's a nice tree here. I just noticed this. We got a big red fir right there. Couple clouds. We have not had any clouds over the last week, it seems like. Just baking sun. But we're definitely in full-blown summer mode. It seems like Liz and I got a good tan going.
Oh, yeah.
Over the last week.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. Yeah, it's been hot.
What's new in Liz's world? I'm talking too much.
I'm
How
sorry.
Liz does some
I'm focused
talking.
on just trying to get.
Let me help you.
No.
It's not going to load. You're going to steal the service from here.
Well, okay then.
What's new in Liz's world?
What do you mean? Everything that's new in my world is the same that's new in your world. We're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. We're cutting out occasionally, but I've been enjoying the heat. I definitely have. A lot of our thimbleberries, those are coming in hot. When we walked up like the backside of our mountain, and there's just like so many.
Yeah, they're
that was
everywhere.
Kind of cool to see the thimbleberries. For those of you guys that don't know, they are a wild raspberry. Pretty much tastes very similar to a raspberry. They're not like as firm as a raspberry, I guess.
Yeah,
you would
they're
say.
super fragile.
Yeah, they're super fragile. You pick them off
Delicate.
the little flower, and they just fall apart. They are delicious.
Yeah, they're like so delicate where if you pick like a quart-sized bag full of them, the weight of the berries will just crush themselves.
You just have mush.
Yeah, it turns into like a berry mush.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're blooming everywhere.
Yeah, I love to see it. Summertime's awesome. I think the June berries, those are in bloom, and then the elderberries are a little bit later. So I think hopefully by the end of August, those will start blooming.
I did notice a lot of the elderberries are starting to come around.
Yeah.
They're starting to do their thing for sure.
Definitely.
Yep. Can I see that another phone, please? Thanks.
Yeah, check and see. Like
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Oh my God, you're annoying. You can tell me what to do, but I can't.
Check and see what if it came
back
back
on. Just the other
on.
live stream, delete it or something. See if that's what's messing with it.
Nothing's messing with it. It's because we're trying to do it off of the cell service is what's messing with it.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yeah, still not even loading here, so it's
yeah,
probably touch and go.
Yeah, somehow this is working still.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe a little bit of buffering.
What else is new in Liz's world?
What else is new in Liz's world? I don't know.
What kind of flowers you got going? You got a bunch of flowers blooming.
Yeah, we got my cosmos are blooming, zinnias, a lot of those. Tomatoes are actually doing pretty good. Squash is doing all right, and lettuce and cucumbers. Those are all the things that are doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say. Chickens are doing good. They're laying still pretty consistently. Meat birds, we're butchering those this week, so that'll be good. Excited about that. We have the new batch of meat birds coming around, so little tiny ones and then big ones that are ready to butcher. So it's kind of fun to start that whole process all over again.
All right. Might actually have a little bit of service here to get back in the comment section.
Yeah.
See if we can get this rolling. So I don't even know where this is at. So I'm scroll all the way to the bottom, then I'll just go up a couple thumb pulls. So we'll talk it or start at Scooter. Scooter says road trip to Australia.
Oh.
Hello from North Carolina. Hotter than a fire.
Hotter than a fire. That's hot.
Yeah. Let's see. Just a bunch of people saying hi. Thank you guys all for dropping in here.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Backway Fishing's in here. Our Cabin in the Woods. Sil says Airbnb on top of the mountain, possibly. Yep. Liz and I have definitely kicked around the idea of once the structure or cabin is completed up here at the top, Airbnb in it, or what's the other one?
VRBO.
VRBO, yep.
Just like camping stays kind of thing.
Yep.
Lots of things to like plan and like put in place before we do anything like that, but we've definitely talked about it. I think that'd be cool. Kind of like a farm stay almost.
Yep, something like that. We also want to do a couple campsites on the backside. Mm-hmm. There's like Liz was saying, like they do camp shares, or there's a couple apps. Hip Camp is one of the apps. You can camp on private property for really cheap. I think it's around $30 to $50 a night. Mm-hmm. So it's a really cool option if you don't have a RV. If you're just traveling out of your car.
Yep.
You can pull into a campsite. You'll have, a small, like solar setup, just so you can plug a phone in or something.
Yep.
Definitely primitive camping still.
For sure.
But yeah, that's definitely on Liz and I's radar. Yep. That's the plan. We just have to kind of get things going and figure all that out.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
I think, we can have like our 5-year plans, 10-year plans. and just kind of like chip away at it.
Yep. Idaho Off-Grid Homestead is asking if we've looked at ecology blocks for our retaining wall. We have. The problem with the ecology blocks is it's not actually a retaining wall. It's more of just you're going off the dead weight of the wall, and those blocks are heavy. To do a retaining wall properly with one of those, you want to actually have the wall, instead of standing straight up, you want to have it leaning back into the hill. So yeah, everything's on the table
For sure.
at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Paula says a cabin would be nice up here.
Would be nice.
Scooter says hot tub with a barbecue.
Yeah. Gotta play the game of getting water up here. We are a couple 100 feet from the house, maybe like 500-ish feet from the house. Yeah, water would be a little bit of, not an issue, but something to figure out before we went totally crazy with it, but I think we can do it.
I think we can do it too. I'm trying to multitask here. There's some comments saying that the other live is still going.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
So, but it's not still going on our end.
Huh.
So I'm gonna delete that. It's just because there's so much lag going on here. Okay, so that is deleted. Thank you guys for the heads up.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Oh, and of course we got all messed up in the comment section here. The sun, it might be messing with a little bit of this. Sorry guys, we can't control the spin of the earth.
I wish. No, I don't think I wish. That'd be much too much responsibility.
Let's see.
Yeah, thank you guys for chiming in. Almost 100 people in here, 55 likes. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you haven't already.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We really appreciate it.
Oh man, sometimes this technology. There we go. I found the spot. Don't worry. Calm down.
Thank goodness.
I found the spot. Don't
Dodged a
worry.
bullet
Don't worry.
there.
Okay. Let's see. Miguel from California said he just thumbs up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you joining.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, Phil is saying maybe a hot tub.
Yep.
In a fire pit.
Definitely.
Steve is saying the stream is cutting out occasionally, which is, to be expected.
Yeah, just hang in there with us if you guys want to, if it's too annoying for you.
Yeah, we are.
We won't be offended.
We're on the top of the mountain, so, this isn't a TV production. We're just common folk.
Yeah.
But Richard follows it with loud and clear, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, doing good. Arrow is saying, are you able to make viable full-time income off YouTube? I would say yes, but you have to play your cards right.
Yeah.
It's we're trying to take a piece from every pie, so there's a lot of small chunks of income coming in to try to combine, to a full-time income.
Different streams.
Yeah, I would say we're not quite there yet. But we're less than 3 years into this.
Yeah. For us it's been like just a learning process of like the things that try to prioritize what we want, trying to let go of expenses that like no longer serve us, by trying to like make this a full-time income. So it's definitely a learning process, but it's definitely possible.
One of the small sources that we have is just from ad revenue, well, obviously off of YouTube, but as well as off of our website. So if you guys haven't checked out our website, just something as simple as just visiting our website.
Visiting the website.
That helps us out so much.
Check out the blog, leave comments. That helps like tremendously.
Yep.
In those situations.
Can you comment on the blog?
You can comment on the blog.
Yeah, that would be huge. Yep.
Yeah.
Something as simple as just leaving a comment on the blog.
Or liking it,
Yep. Just the traffic to the website alone helps us, just a little bit. And it's not really the monetary value of the help that you're giving, it's the help to try to spread that message.
Right.
If the system sees, in this case, if Google sees that people are going to the website, it's going to start to try to feed that website
to more people,
to the right crowd.
Yeah, the right crowd.
Yeah. So it's something as simple as going to the website very much helps us. So we thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
Let's see. Kind of just going through here. KJ says we could splice the beams together for the first floor decking, and that is definitely an option. We're just trying to pour as little concrete as possible. If we splice the beams, I'd want to put a footer underneath that splice. There's an airplane. Wow, there's two airplanes. That is a massive jet up there. You see, that thing's got 4 engines.
It was going straight up.
Crazy. That is a huge jet way up there. But yeah, little concrete is possible. And yeah, at that splice, I would want a support underneath, and that would essentially mean digging double the amount of footer up here, hauling double the amount of concrete to the top of the mountain, double the amount of water.
Yeah, it's all like, things just kind of like rely on each other, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, like the fact that we have to haul everything up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, the logistics, just getting everything up here is a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
We don't have a great means to get everything up here. We do have the 4-wheeler. I think it would help. It's just going to be a lot of trips. That 4-wheeler is pretty old and, you know, kind of beat up. So we wouldn't want to just load up the 4-wheeler and try to get it up here. I think we'd break it.
Yeah, seriously.
So lots of trips.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. It's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of when we get all of our ducks in a row.
Yes.
Ooh, I see a super chat. We have a question
Super chat
too.
popped up. Here, let me
Or
see
is it
how
a question or
I
just a
can
comment?
do it. Oh, here we go. This is from Brian. Wow, thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
Brian says, you guys are doing great. Keep up the hard work. New logo looks awesome. Cheers.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We like it too.
Yeah, I wish we could say that we drew that ourselves, but we did have some help coming up with that. We had a lot of influence on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very cool logo. We do want to do a few twists with the, like, change the elk up a little bit, I think. We were talking about doing different animals or even trees.
Yeah, changing it maybe like with the seasons.
Yep, with the seasons. That would be really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you.
I'm trying to find the spot here. It seems like the service here keeps jumping around really, really bad. Let's see, okay.
Yeah, thank you though for the super chat. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate it. Here we go. Carolyn says, weren't y'all building a treehouse? Yes, we are building a treehouse. Definitely not in the past yet. We will be doing some more work on that here probably in the next couple days.
Yeah.
We have not gone back to it since you guys saw. We have the ladder up. We have the...
It's just there waiting for us.
Yeah, the frame for the platform is up. It needs floor joists. It needs some securing to the trees.
Definitely a bit of work left to do.
Yeah.
It's on the list. Our list is long, and we are chipping away at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, treehouse definitely.
Treehouse
in
definitely.
the works.
We are kind of scheming a better way to fasten the load-bearing supports to the trees. I think we're going to go with lashing it with like some baling twine.
Yep.
Basically a synthetic rope. Hopefully it lasts a long time. And then that gives it obviously a lot more support, but it also kind of allows the trees to move a little bit, to maybe expand just a little bit.
Yep.
Where if we're just putting fasteners straight into it, that's an extremely secure connection. And we know these trees are going to move, so it's going to be just a lot of torque on everything.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Cat Weasel, hello from the Netherlands.
Netherlands, wow. That would be a cool place to visit.
Yeah, I would love to go to the Netherlands. I've heard it's beautiful. I've heard everybody's super awesome over there.
Yeah.
Cannon Builder, who's the better excavator operator?
Between us two?
Well, between Jed and June.
Between Jed and June. I'd say June.
Okay. If you guys think June's the better excavator, yeah, I can't even talk. What's up with this mountaintop?
I think it's you.
If you guys think June is the better excavator operator, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Or if you think Jed is.
Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs up either way. Thank you guys.
Paula says a platform could be used as a camping site up on top. Yep, something as
Totally.
simple as a platform with a couple, maybe pocket holes just to hold the tent down.
Yep.
So it didn't blow away. Yep, that'd be a great thing.
The options are endless.
Richard said the stream is going pretty good
Cool.
for now.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for letting us know. Hasn't cut out again.
Carter Langley's in the house.
Ooh, yeah.
Thanks for
Man,
joining us. I think some people are just kind of talking in here. Johnson Roxon says, hi, Liz.
What's up?
Richard says he likes to do some camping at the Hilton Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about that kind of camping too.
Continental breakfast.
Yeah, I'd take either one.
LaRue Douglas says, hello, love watching your channel. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
joining
much.
us.
We appreciate you guys popping in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we appreciate each and every one of you, seriously. Seriously.
So it looks like Paula Wells, I'm just reading through here. Paula has started a channel, so go check out Paula's channel.
Oh yeah, we'll have to check that out when we're done here.
I see her in the comments, so I'm not sure if you can just click on a profile to get to a channel. But yeah, Paula started a channel, so go check out her channel, please.
And thanks for putting all these links and stuff in there, Paula. I see that you put like our website link in there. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Let's see, here we go. Yep, Johnson is saying, yeah, please give us a thumbs up. We sure do appreciate it.
We do.
Paula is camping in their 40-foot RV.
Ooh,
glamping.
That sounds nice too.
Yeah. That is a nice change. I mean, it is cool to do tent camping.
Yeah.
But to have the option to do a little bit of, like
have
modern
a bed,
camping.
like,
yeah. Have a bed, basically.
Never complain about that.
Yeah, shut the door so the bugs don't get in.
Yeah. Just take your home with you to new locations.
Scooter asked if we found out what kind of critter was trying to get into the chicken run down at the bottom.
We think that, I mean, the handle or the latch on the gate was definitely pretty jammed up. So we think that it was something larger rather than smaller.
Something big was pushing on that gate trying to get in.
It's hard to say. I mean, like, just based on like the animals that we have up here in North Idaho, bear is like our top choice of like what we think it was.
Yeah, had to have been a bear. If the way I tried to analyze it, just briefly. So let's just start from one of the smaller animals, and we'll work our way up to a bear. So let's just talk about like a bobcat first. That'd be one of the smaller predators that we've encountered here.
Right.
I don't think a bobcat would push that hard on anything.
Yeah.
Let alone hard enough to move that post and bend that latch. I just think as a feline, it's not in their nature to
force something.
They're smart enough to find an easier way in.
Right. Yeah. They are super, super smart.
Very smart.
Cats in general. So I think you're right about that.
So then let's move up next to a coyote, let's say. Coyote, canine family. Liz, we both have dogs here. So we are very familiar with, the tendencies,
the
nature of a canine. And I think a canine is different from the feline, where they would push against the gate a little bit, but I think they would also dig.
A lot more digging. That's like one of their first instincts is to just like dig.
Right.
Yeah.
And there were no dig marks. Luckily, we have bricks that we laid in the ground right there.
Right where the gate is.
Right where the gate is. So if it tried to dig, it would have hit the bricks, but the bricks were still buried, completely buried. Nothing tried to dig under. So then the next size animal would probably be a mountain lion. And it falls right back into the feline category, where it's smart enough to find an easier route in.
Yeah.
It's not going to push hard on that.
Yeah. And if it doesn't have like easy access, it's probably not going to like try super hard, like sit there and, bang on the door trying to get in.
Right. Give us a second. We're going to talk about the last predator. I just want to get this out of the sun because it is hot out, and these...
Hopefully we're moving the phone.
Oh, man. As soon as you said that, I thought about that, man. Hopefully it holds up here. They do have a tendency to overheat, these iPhones, so we're going to try to save that before that happens. But we're talking about the predators that we think could have tried to get in, and we've talked about all the smaller predators, from a bobcat to a coyote up to a mountain lion, and now the next biggest one here,
predator-wise, would be a bear.
That's prevalent on our property.
Yeah, so black bears are definitely the most common thing around this area. Super common to see, like just in people's backyards. You want to put it past a black bear to get into your garbage.
Right.
So we know we have black bears here, and we know we have grizzly bears. This has been a pretty unusual year in terms of grizzlies. And just talking to people, like talking to old locals and people that spend a lot of the time in the mountains, it sounds like the mountains themselves are changing and like becoming more flooded with people. So I think the bears are moving down a lot lower to find food.
Yeah.
A lot more prevalent down here, like where the people are. So a lot of people in our area have spotted some grizzly bears.
And that seems to be the most likely culprit or suspect that would push against something to try to get in. You know, a bear is one of those animals that kind of bumbles around the woods. It's big, it's loud. It uses brute force in a lot of different scenarios because it's such a big animal.
So strong.
It knows that it can grab a stump and rip that stump right in half.
Right.
That's what they're taught. That's instinct.
Yeah.
So I think the probability of a bear pushing on something to get in is very high. You've seen it in a lot of different cases. You know, there's those videos out there where you see the bear that pushes against the car window until it breaks.
Yep.
And then they get in and eat the food that was in there.
For sure.
So
they have good noses.
They have great
so
noses.
It knew that there was some sort of bird in there, chickens in there.
Yeah.
And because bears are so heavy and strong, like it might not have even been pushing that hard to
probably
do
wasn't.
a little bit of damage. You know?
Right. Yeah, it probably wasn't pushing that hard, but the damage it did was pretty significant damage.
Yeah.
But the coop held up.
Yep. We did that.
We didn't have any loss. And the only confusing thing that we've thought of is, well, why didn't it try to get the meat chickens that were only 50 yards away in a much more unsecure closure?
We're surrounded by an electric fence, but so that's like pretty much the only deterrent.
That's the only deterrent, and it's just a very soft fence. It's that portable poultry netting. A lot of people call it hog netting, but it's portable. It's a soft fence. You can roll it up, but it is electric, and it was turned on. So that, you know, maybe it did touch that electric fence and it was out of there as soon as it got shocked.
Yeah, it could have.
We don't know. We have had a lot of recommendations to put a game camera down there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to take that recommendation for sure. We have a few older game cameras I've hunted over the years, and it seems like those game cameras don't last. So I have a nice collection of broken game cameras, but not one that works really great. So I do need to do a little research and try to get a pretty decent one, I think.
Yeah.
But we do have plans to put a camera down there.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
But yeah,
that was a little tangent there.
Anyways, we think it was a bear that tried to get into the coop, but we don't have any like hard evidence.
No hard evidence, but you know, from using the clues that we have, it was probably a bear.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that.
Where were we?
Persona, have you done bandwidth/latency testing on your Starlink? Not recently. I don't know what the latency is off the top of my head. It's somewhere, it's usually beneath 30 milliseconds. And for a download speed, we're usually over 60 megs a second for a download speed, which is fast internet, you know, regardless, especially in the
rural world.
Yeah, in the rural world or the, you know, country living. It's hard for people like us to get good internet. You know, we live fairly far out here, far enough to where we don't have we don't have any cell service at the house.
Right.
So yeah, 60 megs a second for people like us in our situation is fantastic.
Seriously.
Really good internet.
Like unheard of until Starlink, basically.
Yeah, so yeah, great option. Let's see. Just a few more conversations in here. Paula says it's not cutting out, but the quality is not great. Sound is good.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice to know. Seems like the Starlink might have better streaming quality.
Yep. Might be a little fuzzy on
your
end.
Let's see
So
here.
we got almost 130 people in here. So cool. Thank you guys.
John
Bunch of thumbs
Roxon
ups.
is asking if we're trying to grow any green herbs around here, but unfortunately, I think the herbs he's talking about are very legal here in Idaho.
Got lots of other herbs going on. Lots of basil.
Lots of basil. The dill came up. The dill's doing good. A couple of the pepper plants. It's not an herb, but the pepper plants were doing good.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of that
mostly
stuff.
Basil. We actually need to make some pesto, I think, here today. We've got a big bag of basil to use.
Okay.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I like that idea. Ronald just popped in. Maybe not just popped in, but Ronald's in the house. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's
Appreciate
see.
all you guys being here. Fun little Tuesday live.
Off Grid Homestead is talking about Heather's mill. She does have that bigger mill.
Yep. Yeah, that thing's nice.
Yeah, that is a nice one. Let's see. Richard Tipcombe. Are you guys close to Mountain Home, Idaho? He says there's an Air Force base there.
Oh, yeah. We are very far from Mountain Home. Probably
Yes.
10 hours or so.
They're in the southern part of the state, aren't they, Mountain Home?
Pretty close to Boise.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're about right around 8 hours from Boise, so maybe not quite 10 hours.
Yeah, we are very much in the northern half of
The Panhandle.
the Panhandle.
We're
Yep.
about half an hour-ish from Canada, so
Yeah.
pretty far up here.
Yeah, way up there. Let's see. KJ at Laid Back Living. Question: how do you get mods for your live stream for YouTube? My wife and I are going to build off grid and start a YouTube channel. Trying to learn. Thank you. I think.
Mods?
Yeah, moderators. I think
okay.
as you know, the owner of the channel, you have to go in there and like
Turn it on.
turn it on, and then like you can choose who does it. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how it works.
Paula was very nice to kind of like, we're like, hey, Paula, because we have friends who Paula also has moderated their channels, and we're like, hey, Paula, do you have this? And she said, well, you have to go turn it on. So then you turn it on and allow a certain person to become a moderator for you.
Yeah, there's a bunch. You know, just do your research through all the settings, and
Yeah.
a guy
of
could take
settings.
2 days going through everything in the YouTube thing. There's a ton to it.
Totally.
Let's see. Are we there? Oh, Paula's dropping a bunch of links for us. Thank you very much,
thank
Paula.
you.
We
To the
appreciate it.
website, we really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on these comments here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them. Liz and I are up at the top of the mountain here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the stream is holding up for you well. Stick around until the end of the stream. We tried to give you guys just this giant pano of what we have around us, but the cell service is very, very finicky up here.
So we don't want to do it too soon.
We don't want to move the phone. You know, it's right in the sweet spot.
Yep.
So at the end of the stream, we're going to try to give you guys a nice pano of where we're at. We're probably sitting about 300 feet higher than the valley floor right now. We're definitely not the highest mountain. We have much bigger mountains around us, but we are pretty far off the valley floor.
Yeah.
So it's a cool spot. So stick around if you guys want to see that. We'll do it right at the end before we cut this. Let's see.
Yeah, the wind's kind of kicking up here. I don't know how loud the wind is for you guys, but you can kind of see the trees moving back there.
Yep. Hopefully it's decent for the sound. I know the wind kind of messes with the microphone sometimes, so hopefully it's holding up here.
It does feel good, a little breeze.
It is, yeah. Liz and I are huddling like in the one patch of shade that we have up here.
It's pretty sunny up here.
Grizz is in the house, says howdy.
What's up?
Thanks for joining us.
Jinx.
I was just going to say that. Dennis Overholtz in the house.
Hello.
What is up?
Thank you for joining us.
Let's see.
Another jet over that way.
Oh, wow, they're all over. That one's really far away. Good spot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grizz says Motel 6 is my dad's idea of roughing it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty cush spot to rough it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's just like a notch above glamping.
Yeah, seriously. Empty box, hello from Norway. Can you get that bug off me? Thank you. Paula's dropping more links. We appreciate it, Paula. Let's see. Here we go.
Getting ready to butcher the meat chickens. We are going to freeze some. We have 19 birds that are about to be harvested. So I think we're going to freeze some, and then we are going to save maybe like 5. Don't thaw it out. Don't freeze them, and we're going to can those and make like broth and stock. So excited about that. We've never done any of it before, but we have all of the supplies ready to start canning. So
yeah,
I'm really excited about that.
Liz and I saw last year, not that we had many things to can, but all the canning supplies right about this time last year were completely out of stock everywhere. So we went in early, you know, this is probably 3 or 4 months ago now. We went in and bought a bunch of canning supplies. So we stocked up on just like empty jars, a pressure canner. We were able to, you know, find one of those, and lots of canning salt. We tried to just kind of stock up on a lot of that supplies.
And the stuff that we know we'll use.
Right, so we, you know, have it for when we need it.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Jimmy from Florida popped in.
What's up, Jimmy?
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for joining us.
Let's see.
Hopefully you guys are having a fine Tuesday.
Yep.
Kind of middle of the road Tuesday. I guess for some people it could be Wednesday.
Kelly's saying that their garden is full of berries,
Ooh, nice.
but and no bears, so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's getting close to huckleberry season up here.
Ooh, that's a good gust. Look at that. That's shaking the camera. Hopefully it's not too windy for you guys. We do apologize, but it's kind of how it goes when you're out in nature.
Yeah.
Richard Bernard, 100 degrees in SoCal today.
That's pretty warm.
Yep.
We had that the last few days, and we are thankful for about 85 degrees today.
He said this is day 17 of
Wow.
at least 100.
That's hot.
Crazy, very
feel
hot.
for you guys.
Okay, so Grizz says when he used to live up north, he put a bunch of nails through a sheet of plywood and put it down where bears would try to get in or lean it up
Oh yeah.
against it, so kind of like a spike strip, I guess.
Booby trap kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be a great option. I'd be a little concerned about our dogs running right across it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, the dogs are very comfortable everywhere, so it'd be hard to train them not to go in a certain
You'll
spot.
look over and they're just like sprinting full speed, chasing each other.
Yeah.
Definitely not paying attention to where they're going.
Paula asks, is there not room up by the main building for the chickens?
Yes and no. There's not a lot of flat spot here, and we do have intentions of expanding our livestock situation. So there's definitely not room for all of them. Yes, there's room for the chickens, but there's not room for more animals, and we want to keep all the animals together.
Yeah, one central location, more for the feed purposes.
Yeah.
Try to keep all the feed in one spot.
Makes
That
it
way we're not
easier.
lugging it around everywhere.
We'd have to clear a lot of trees, clear a lot of land in order to make enough room that's nice and flat and really accessible.
Yeah, the other reason that I had was, a lot of people who are doing laying hens don't have a rooster. We have a rooster for a couple reasons. It protects the flock, and plus it can fertilize the eggs for when we want more chicks. And that rooster, honestly, if you're working around the house, Liz has experienced this tremendously when working at the bottom. They can be super annoying sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
Just straight up super annoying. So to have it just a little bit further away,
It works for us. It might not be the absolute most ideal, but we kind of just got to work with what we have at our property because we have limited space.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And it's big. Oops, sorry about that. It's for us when we're filming around the house. If we have that rooster going off, you guys have seen, or you guys have mentioned it in the comments that the rooster can be annoying, and we try to edit all of that out because we realize that.
Yeah.
And so around the house, if we don't have to worry about that when we're trying to film, it just makes it a little bit easier in the long run.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Talking about the speeds of the Starlink. Let's see. Casimir, hey gang, hello from Ontario, Canada.
What's up?
And Alamani Springs, Florida. How can you be at two spots at once? That's all in the same comment.
Okay.
Huh.
Cool.
Kevin says, thank you for allowing us city dwellers to live vicariously through you.
Yes.
And thank you
You're
for
welcome.
watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah,
It's
we
cool.
appreciate you guys tagging along.
We know the feeling. I definitely have channels that I like to follow that it's just it's inspiring, it's entertaining. So it's cool to be that for some people as well.
Yeah, it's and like she's just said, we do the exact same thing through other channels too. One of my favorites, there's a couple sailing channels that they live on their sailboat, they travel the world. I think it's it's cool, and it's cool for us to tag along with them and see their adventures, and just see what's out there. So we try to return the favor and bring you guys along with us to show you what we got going on. So it's cool. The world of YouTube is very neat on how you can almost jump right into somebody's life right there next to them.
I love it that much more than obviously just regular TV and Hollywood, because it's real people. I feel we have way more in common with you guys than we have in common with celebrities,
Oh, 100%.
Not even close. So it's nice to just keep it real and know that it's real people just sharing their life rather than scripted, nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
In a
it's
lot
cool.
of situations, yeah.
That's the beauty of YouTube, really.
Yeah. It's a very cool community.
Let's see. Richard is saying you may want to set up a solar solar motion operated light to
Yes.
kind of deter a few things down at the bottom. That's a great
I think that
idea.
would work really well, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We tried that for a while. You'd be surprised on how much isn't scared once a light turns on.
Especially if it's like kind of a frequent flyer, you know, like
Mhm.
it knows something's there, and it understands like that this is just a light, you know. I mean, and I think a lot of predators like around here, they probably, I mean, they span like a large distance, so it's not surprising that they'd visit our homestead and then visit another homestead like in the same night. You know?
Oh,
So,
definitely.
like they're pretty used to people, I would say.
I would say so, yeah. I would say so as well. And it's not like all these people are stacked on top of each other. You know, the closest place we have to us is a couple 100 yards. I would say maybe 300 or 400 yards away. So not a short distance by any means. And it's very easy for a big animal such as a bear
Yeah,
or
to
even a bobcat.
cover that distance, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know exactly what the range of a black bear is, but I know it's over a mile, easy over a mile. You know, definitely in a night.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Let's see. 4 o'clock on the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
So Richard is out. He says, got to help the missus get supper ready. Great channel. Keep it up.
Good man.
Thank you for popping in. Probably already gone, but
Yeah.
Paula says the wind is occasionally bad. Yeah, pretty gusty,
Pretty gusty.
but it does calm down every now and again. So hopefully it's not too terrible for you guys here. WC Gore, hello from Nashville.
Nashville.
Says come see us, but don't move here because everybody else is moving there.
Thank you for the offer. We
Yep.
might take you up on that one day.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
We feel your pain with everybody moving to
Yeah.
your area.
When you
for
live in a
sure.
nice spot, it's everybody wants to live in a nice area, obviously, and like we all have the same rights, and like we're all able to live in these nice areas as we should. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that it sometimes is a little bit sad seeing like the place that you know and love fill up so quickly and change.
Turn into like a metropolis.
Right.
Yeah. What would be your thoughts on trying to move to the shade over there? Because we're about gone on shade right here.
Yeah, if you want.
It's not so much for us. I'm just afraid that this is going to overheat sitting
Okay.
in the sun.
We can try it.
Okay. You want to hold that?
You hold that.
I'll get this. I'll bring you guys with us.
I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
Okay.
You keep that. I'm going to try to not make it the worst move, and we're really hoping. Oh, that's a big one, guys. We're really hoping that moving this 10 feet over here does not ruin the cell service. I guess we'll see.
Over that.
If anything, this has better line of sight of those cell towers. So let's see here. Give me a second. Bear with us. I apologize. I know the sound probably isn't great as we're squeaking this camera stand around, doing everything. Not often do we completely reset here doing these live streams, but sometimes we have to. Sometimes that's just take it in stride. All right, so that's not bad, right? Not too terrible. Let's see if we got service over here. Hasn't cut out yet for you guys. So we're doing something right here. Okay, let's get that just tilted down just a little. Yeah, not bad, right? Not too bad.
We didn't lose anybody?
Uh,
Or nobody lost us?
it hasn't cut out yet. It seems to be doing good.
Cool.
Let's see.
Thanks, guys, for still sticking with us.
Yeah,
We are kind
appreciate
of just
it.
rambling on, but we're having fun.
Yeah, got a lot of questions going on in the comments. So if you guys have a question, feel free to drop it down. We're trying to go in order. We will get to you.
Yep.
Kresimir is asking how far we are from Cause We Can. We're pretty far from them, probably about an hour away from them. Let's see. Zen Jammin says we are inspiring and we should get turkeys. They're easy and fun. Like
okay.
raised turkeys. I would not be opposed to doing turkeys. And thank you for
Yeah.
letting us
The
know that we're
compliment. Yeah,
inspiring.
thank you.
We appreciate it. Man, the
I
wind
like-
is worse here.
I like turkey meat. I've always really liked turkey burgers and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, we are definitely want to expand beyond just chickens. So the meat chickens, like we've had layer hens before. I consider those like probably one of the easiest things you can own, as long as you have a good spot for them. You know, they're pretty easily kept happy. And the meat chickens were next, so we have another batch of those already. I like the meat chickens. We'll see once Butcher Day rolls around.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be really thankful to have some fresh chicken in our freezer.
I agree.
Sure.
I think it's going to be some of the best tasting chicken we've ever had.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Larry Heath from Hudson, New York.
Hello, Larry, in the house.
Thanks for
dropping
by. John says road trip to Kuski or Syringa.
Oh, I love it down there. I worked down there for a summer, and I kind of like always thought that would be a wonderful place to have a river cabin. Would be on the Selway River.
Oh, I bet it is.
It was
big
so
money
nice
right
down
now.
There. Yeah, big fan.
Let's see, JD. Hello from hot Birmingham. I'm assuming Birmingham, Alabama, right? Yep. Hot.
Thank you for joining us.
Gary from Trenton, Georgia.
Georgia.
Thanks for dropping in. Oh, knocking your water over.
Ooh, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, thank you guys for popping in. If you haven't already given the thumbs up, please consider doing so.
Yeah, we are almost like match for match. 138 thumbs up and 140 people in the house. Thank you guys.
LaRue is out of here, so see you later. And RH, aloha from Alaska. Typically, you don't get the aloha from Alaska. Yeah, I like that. So welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Alaska, that's on the bucket list for sure.
Yeah. Paula says we're about at the 1 hour mark. Yeah, so we're pretty good stream.
Cruising,
yeah, I feel like we still got a bit more in us here.
Heck yeah. We had a late lunch or a late breakfast, so we're doing good on our stomachs aren't growling yet.
So Ronald's talking about the drought in the Southwest, which Liz and I have been tracking just a little bit. We're seeing that, you know, the amount of livestock that is being sold off because of either, you know, the drought. I mean, I guess it all is the drought, you know, water shortage, as well as low crop production, you know, for example,
like
hay.
All connected, you know.
Yeah, full circle. So it's amazing to see the amount of livestock leaving the South and the amount of feed going in. It's just, it almost doesn't add up.
Crazy world we're living in. For
yeah,
sure.
very interesting times for sure.
Yeah, so we feel you guys. Hopefully everybody is able to stay positive through all the craziness out there.
Yeah. So these guys talking about rooster Sil or Sile, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. It says roosters can be mean, and Colleen Bowman is saying that the Martins have a really good rooster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ben says you're ripped. Got some serious guns in those arms.
Oh yeah. Thanks. A lot of manual labor going on.
Sweat
in this
equity.
Neck of the woods.
Brian is asking, how do you like the new heavy equipment? He says that thing is awesome. We love it. The rough part is putting fuel in it.
Yeah, these days, like it's, what is it, like a 70-gallon tank or something? 90-gallon tank. 90
gallons of diesel fuel.
Which is, diesel's over $5, well over $5.
Since we have bought that machine, I have filled it up 1.5 times.
Yeah.
We have not even filled it up completely, and that is the reason that we're not using it a whole bunch. Luckily,
right now.
Luckily, fuel seems to be very slowly on the downtick. I guess we'll have to see rolling into winter. It's stupid how expensive it is.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, that's really the only downside we see. And it's not that machine is not fuel efficient.
Right.
It does really good on fuel.
Fuel is just so expensive.
It's just so expensive, yeah. So we're trying to kind of nurse it and see what happens.
But that excavator has made our lives a lot, like, tremendously easier, especially in the sawmilling world. It's almost like cheating.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's how efficient it should be, really. You know, you shouldn't be out there 100% breaking your back to get one log milled. You know, that's not quite efficient.
Yeah. We'll wait for this wind. It seems like we're almost in like a little tunnel right here between these trees. Hopefully it's not terrible. Lots of people kind of talking about time here. David is asking if we could dig to bedrock. Could we find gold? That's a big gust of wind. Whoa. Oh, don't blow over. Well, hold on to you guys. Don't worry. I'll probably just keep my foot there. Wow.
It's windy.
Mountaintop madness. Yeah. Very windy. Super gusty. I wonder, so there must be like maybe we're about to have a change in weather. Maybe it's a cold front coming in or something.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we haven't had this much wind in a couple days now for sure. So David was asking about gold.
I think, yeah.
I think there's a decent chance. Yeah, we actually have, you know, in the little town we live in, there's a store that sells gold pans, and Liz and I have definitely kicked around the idea of, you know, down in our lower landing, we have dug down to the riverbed, the old riverbed.
Yep.
Wow, lots of bees. Hopefully we're not by a bee's nest.
Are they wasps or are they?
Those are wasps, yeah. So we want to do a little bit of gold panning down in that old riverbed. We've been told from a couple different sources that there's a fair potential that there's something in that old river rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
That would be something.
Oh yeah, some people I see are talking about the first live stream. I did delete it. Hopefully it got deleted. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes these things take a while to kind of come back around. We're just working with whatever the cell phone tower is willing to give us right now.
Yeah, we're up on top of the mountain, so we're running off of complete cell service right now, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to do this. We haven't done the mountaintop live stream in a long time. You know, there is a reason for it, obviously.
Yeah.
We had some hiccups there, but it seems to be going pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys that are joining us. We hope you're having a great day.
Clarence Tenney, hello from San Diego. Love the channel. Thanks again for the t-shirt. Nice quality and great value.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad you got it. Thank you for representing, spreading the word down in San Diego. That's awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Larry Heath is asking if we will butcher the chickens or have somebody do it for you.
We are planning on doing it. Yep. We might get some help from like family friends.
Mm-hmm.
Family is also in the process of like butchering theirs and stuff like that. So we have some people that kind of know what they're doing.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna do it, but I think we're gonna have some help from family.
Yeah. We bought a lot of the supplies. Jed, get back. Don't hit the camera. We bought a plucker a couple months back in anticipation for this. So I think we have most of the supplies. We're just coming up to that date, getting closer and closer.
And we only have 19 birds. So from what I've heard, from what people have told me, like that shouldn't take us more than like 2 hours.
A couple hours, yep.
Especially if you have someone that knows what they're doing.
Sil is loving the live. Appreciate you guys sticking around. So Greg from Menlo, Georgia, came to Boise, Idaho, and shot at the IBO archery tournament in 1990. He says it was beautiful. IBO, I haven't heard of that in a long time. I don't know if they still do that. They do another archery tournament at one of the ski resorts down south of us, I believe. I forget what the circuit is called. Oh man, that's gonna bug me. We used to shoot, Liz and I used to go to a lot of the archery shoots around here.
No, I was thinking that the other day, like I kind of missed doing that. That was fun.
They slowed down on a lot of them, especially the local one after COVID. COVID hit and like really shut a lot of that stuff down.
Yeah.
And I have not heard of them doing, I think they did a traditional shoot. So for those that don't know, a traditional archery shoot is typically just like a longbow or a recurve. Both Liz and I shoot a compound bow because we're wusses, I guess.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, they haven't had any shoots real close to us, I don't think, which is unfortunate. I would like to get back into there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Let's see. JD says turkeys they have the potential to be mean.
Yeah. Yeah, birds in general, sometimes I feel like just some of them are not that nice.
Yep. Sil says he thought it'd be cool to raise elk, have an elk farm.
That would be cool. Elk is some of the best meat.
Yep. Let's see. Duke says grease. I don't know what that means. Maybe geese is possibly what they meant. It says grease.
Oh, grease.
Grease. Talking about raising animals. Something. Let's see. Jason Smith from KC, Missouri.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Ronald says the quality of the stream is better at this location than the one 10 feet over there.
We do have like more of a straight shot to the cell towers.
I agree. Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully it holds up for you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Hopefully you can't hear the flies on the screen.
Yeah, the flies and the bees are everywhere.
Let's see. Wayne, hello from Houston, Texas.
What's up? Thank you for joining us.
Oh, Grease Gun has an attempted delivery is what Duke is saying.
Oh,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate that very much. That is just like so kind.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thank you. That's going to help us out tremendously.
Delivery's been a little funky lately, but
Yeah.
we'll get it figured out. But yeah, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, living up here, Liz and I actually do, and it's kind of unfortunate, but the online shopping industry is really helping us out, and it sucks because living where we live, it's really hard to support local, not in all aspects.
Yeah, not really hard. You just kind of have to. It's not as convenient,
It's not as convenient.
It's more of like you kind of have to be in that mindset of like, I'm shopping local, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts,
And you have to be prepared to spend,
the money, yeah,
at least 15% more in most cases
on gas and just like regular prices.
Yeah, what I'm getting into is now the delivery companies are very flooded because there's a lot of people in similar situations as us also using the internet, to do a lot of ordering and stuff. So a lot of the stuff that Liz and I are expecting, it takes quite a while to get here. The main hubs of these delivery centers are just so overwhelmed in our area. They never had the full infrastructure to start with.
Right.
Because we live in a pretty small area, so the amount of influx that has been here with packages coming through, they're way behind. So typically it's, sometimes we get them on time, but typically it's a week later.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
For sure.
And we've just kind of roll with it on that one.
Yep. So yeah, thank you.
Let's say yes, but thank you. We seriously very much appreciate that.
It will get used.
Yes, will. Yeah, very much. Let's see. Paul is saying the farmers in her area are only getting one cutting of hay this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy. What's the guy down the road? I know he did 2 cuts for sure.
He's at least at 3 now.
You think he's at 3?
I think he'll get 3.
Okay, yeah, so they're doing okay down the road here. And we had a really wet spring, guys.
Yeah, so we're doing okay up there, but sorry to hear about all that happening down there. It just seems like we can't fight Mother Nature, and it's going to do what it's going to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people are going to have to suffer.
Such is life.
Seems like.
Sam from Ontario, Canada. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Michael from Melbourne Down Under.
Wow.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it.
We really do.
Yeah, you guys, so Melbourne, I was just thinking this. You guys saw we did a dirt biking video a couple videos back. I actually had to order a part for one of the dirt bikes from Australia off of the Flea Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so gotta love that. Has not been delivered also. That was a couple weeks back.
That'll take a while.
Probably. That'll take definitely a while.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rick from Northern Illinois. We really enjoy watching you two and what you're doing. Any update on the big wall? Winter will be here soon.
Winter is coming.
Yeah, we're just, the gears are in motion. We're just trying to very much plan it properly.
Just trust us. We're not going to go through another winter like we did last one.
Okay, it's pronounced Sill, like silly putty.
Okay.
Sill.
Very
I like it. So Zem is saying to do a little panning for gold and buy some uranium stocks. I did not know you could buy stock in uranium. Wow, that is a big fly on there.
Yeah, I've heard that. Metals.
Interesting.
Metals, or isn't that what that would be categorized as?
Probably.
Yeah.
Blake is saying as much as he likes the excavator, or they trade it for a backhoe, much more versatile. And, it could be an option. But even, for a backhoe, for what we spent on that excavator, backhoes, they're old going for that rate. The best one I've seen, it was like a 1972, old, open cab, 2-wheel drive, lots of leaks. So it's just the used industry market up here right now is still just through the roof.
Our area, it seems like, weren't you and Chris talking about that other day, like Pennsylvania and back east, you can get a lot of used equipment for really great prices, but then when you factor in shipping all the way across the country, it's not.
It doesn't make sense.
Practical.
It doesn't make sense at all. Pennsylvania seem to have much cheaper used equipment, as well as Southern California. Some spots in Texas even seem to have really cheaper used equipment, I should say. But yeah, like Liz was saying, once you ship it up to a location like ours, you might as well just buy local.
I know. It's just, it seems like our area is just maybe because it's flooded with so much construction and so many new builds, and the demand is really high.
Yeah. So yeah, all the options are on the table still.
Sure.
Ben from West Illinois.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Paula says the wind is doing okay. Rick from New Jersey hopes we're doing fine. Loves the dogs and the cats. Keep up the great work.
We have a train coming. You guys can probably hear that. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud.
Shouldn't. So it will get quiet. You'll hear it. It's going to go right through this mountain here.
Yeah,
You won't feel it, but we will feel it under our cruising. Let's see. Kelly's asking if we've thought about a wind turbine. There's the train. I can feel it under my feet.
Yep.
Wow, I can really feel it. That's a heavy one. Let's see. Oh, the wind turbine. Yeah, we've thought about the wind turbine. From the research I've done, they're very inefficient compared to a solar panel.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you factor in the cable that we're going to need to run down, all the way to the mountain, all the way to the house, it's going to be at least 300 feet of cable. I don't think it's a really feasible option for us at this point in time, at least.
Yeah. I've always wanted a little wind turbine, just kind of as a lawn ornament kind of thing. I think they're cute, and I think we should get one.
It's definitely not off the table.
Yeah, maybe make one. That could be cool.
Possibly make one. I've researched how to make one, with an old alternator from a car, even.
Yeah.
And we could cut our own blades out of either metal, or maybe we could make some fiberglass ones.
Yep.
So it's not off the table
wood.
by any
Can you do
means.
wood?
Wood would just be a little bit heavy, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely not off the table. It's just, I think a solar setup would be a lot more practical initially.
For sure.
But I think a turbine setup could complement a solar setup very well.
Yeah.
Hopefully the squealing of the train isn't too terrible for you guys. Typically, that train will be about 2 minutes long, sometimes 3 minutes, so.
Until it's probably a heavy load and the tracks are probably hot.
Yep. Paula says just a sound cut for about 7 seconds. The phone might be getting hot. We just dipped behind a cloud, so hopefully it cools down here. But yeah, this phone is working right now.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's sweating. Let's see. Class C says we should all do it LBL style.
Do what?
Just live life. You bit?
Nope. Close.
Up North 208 says you can put a game can on the coupe.
Yep.
You get 2 for $99 at North 40. I have done that 2 for $99 special, and I actually have 4 of them now that don't work.
Yeah.
So that 2 for $99 special, it works great for about 1 season.
Yeah.
And then those cameras I think it's just from the weather. You leave that game camera outside doing its job for quite a while, and I think the weather just catches up to it. So we're kind of in the boat where I think I have 4 or 5 non-functioning game cameras right now. I think I just need to bite the bullet and buy one of the better ones just to see if it lasts longer than the cheap ones. I have not had good luck with the cheap ones at all.
I bet they do.
Let's see, where are we at? Wilbur Peabody says, what is up?
What's up, Wilbur? Thanks for joining us.
Let's see. Larry Heath says, I got my LBL shirt months ago and wear it proudly.
Thank you,
Thank
Larry.
you, brother.
It's awesome.
Zen Jammin says, goats clean up the property. If you're closer, I'd give you some.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah, Liz and I have done goats before. I think sheep we're more leaning towards sheep at this point than goats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They'll do the same thing. They'll take care of all the underbrush on our mountain, which we really need. But yeah, I think sheep, and they're just less crazy, I guess you would say. Like, they're not spending their entire day trying to get to the grass right on the other side of the fence. Like, they're happy with the grass that's in the fence.
Yeah, they're much more docile than a goat.
Yeah.
Yep. C. Scott says, hey guys, thank you for the live chat. We enjoy watching your progress and adventures on video. Hello from the Scott family homestead in Virginia.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's see. Paula D, any deferred maintenance on the excavator we've been putting off? No, we were fortunate when we purchased it. They did the 200-hour service on it. We have put less than 150 hours on it, so we are coming up to a service here soon. But yeah, we still have quite a bit of time. Every time we use it, we're greasing it to try to keep up on the bushing and pin wear.
For sure. And we have been babying it, like we said, mostly for the gas, but then again, like, the less you use it, the less chance there are that something will break.
Right, correct. Paul is dropping our links. We were talking about the website earlier. First off, thank you, Paula, for putting that in there.
Thank you.
And we were talking earlier about, you know, a simple way that you guys could help, even just going to our website, just visiting the website helps us out.
Helps drive traffic, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We've put a lot of work into that thing, and like creating a website and like sticking with it and writing blogs is not the easiest thing in the world. At least it hasn't been for me. So we appreciate you guys visiting and checking out what we do have on there.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Up North 208 says they got 2 stealth cams and two cuddy back cams, so that must be another brand. They work great outside year round. The Sagal winters as well. Yeah, so I'll have to check out the cuddy back brand. I have not had great luck with the stealth cams at all. How is gas prices up in Bonners? I don't know.
They seem to have teetered back down.
What our local prices are.
I want to say
they haven't left much.
For some reason, I feel like it's teetering right around like the 470 mark. Yeah, right around there. Definitely less than 5 gallons or $5 per gallon. But I think like it's right in the 470ish. So
yeah,
not
somewhere in there.
Cheap.
Duke says I like the tracks of the excavator. Backhoes can be really tippy, trust me. Big 10-4 on that. I am not a fan of the tippiness of backhoes.
Because they're on wheels, right?
They're on tires. And I don't know if it's because the back tires just are like so balloon-like or bouncy, but yeah, backhoes can be very, very tippy sometimes. And I don't know if it's just deceiving or what, but yeah, it seems that, yeah, they can be really unsafe on off-camber areas where the track hoe, that's almost where it excels, is a little off-camber, holds itself really well.
For sure.
Let's see, Chris, you mentioned not building a wall next to the house. Now would be a good time to build a retaining wall before the winter and next thaw. We don't disagree with you. We have everything going on in the works. Aside from securing the hillside, what is the next biggest need? That's from Tenny Construction. I said a woodshed.
Woodshed, yep. Since we are going into the winter time, not only does the wall need to be finished, but we need a better spot to keep our wood rather than in our house. While it was convenient, we just had to run down the stairs to grab firewood. It was just like a big mess, and like I feel like the cons outweighed the pros. So we want a woodshed that's like right outside our front door.
Yeah. So that's on the list here for this fall. Brian says, love the snowmobiling videos in the winter. Keep it up. They're sick.
Yeah. That's good to know. I mean, we have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, hopefully we have another good winter rolling in. So yeah, we plan to have that type of content coming at you again this winter. Hopefully more of it. I want to get Liz out more often.
I know. I just need a snow machine that is like more reliable, I feel like, than the ones we have.
Well, that one that I've been working on, so you guys may or may not know, we have a twin set of 1976 Yamaha 340s, and that one I've been working on it's getting to the pretty reliable point. I have one part to put in the carburetor, and other than that, it's pretty reliable. So we're getting there. I sent you a question with the railroad putting up the wall. I'm not sure what Chris means with that. I wish the railroad would put up a wall for us.
Yeah, that would be cool, but yeah, I don't think that's really an option. Our wall situation isn't very close to the tracks.
Let's see. Dave Sackett from Illinois loves us. Homestead's looking good.
Thank you.
Kentucky Bluegrass Living. Been a long, hot summer. Hello from Western Kentucky.
Hello.
What is up, guys? Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it. Paul's talking about the brakes on the train. That actually is not the brakes. That is the curve, the squealing. It's a curve in the tracks. When it gets hot like this, the tracks expand a little bit, hence the squealing.
Yeah, very rarely will trains have to like slam on their brakes. I mean, almost 100% of the time, unless they absolutely have to, obviously, but if a train is stopping, it stops miles and miles back so that it doesn't have to completely slam on the brakes.
Yeah, you should hear the squeal. I've heard it twice now when they can pull the e-brake on the train, and it still takes the train a long time to stop, but it's a very violent sound. You can hear it from a long ways away. That is a lot of weight just trying to stop fast.
That's definitely not. They try to avoid
definitely
e-brake at all costs.
A couple years ago, the first time I heard it, it was actually a girl walking down the tracks, and the conductor thought he was going to hit or thought he had hit the girl.
She had headphones in and she was
Yep.
listening to music.
Didn't even hear the train coming. Ended up not getting hit. I had rode down on the little 200 because I heard the train lock up the brakes. I went and caught up to the engine, you know, yelled to the guy, hey, you know, you good? What happened? And he explained it really quick. And I looked down the tracks and yeah, the girl was still walking. She had not been hit.
I think you can get in a lot of trouble for that.
You can get in a lot of trouble.
If somebody were to find you.
Yep. Bill from Northern Vermont says hi.
Hello, Bill. Thanks for joining us.
TC from Northeastern Nebraska. Love you guys' energy and partnership. And says homesteading isn't easy because they know they're on a 14-acre homestead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you guys know there's a lot to it. Always something to do.
Yep.
Lots of learning. I think like we've almost been married a year now. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary, and like doing things with your partner, like working with your partner, living with your partner.
Get out of here.
You know, there's just like a lot to learn about each other, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a fun process.
Good experience.
Yeah.
Michelle says hello from Lake Tahoe.
Hello.
Ants. Rick, thank you for some great content. See you in the next one because he's out of here. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
We'll see ya. Let's see.
Hello from Canada.
David is wondering how strong that moonshine is you're sipping on.
Well, I haven't started slurring my words yet.
Yeah,
So.
it's just water.
Yeah.
It's just water. Blake says learn to operate that backhoe. Live off-grid in the Colorado mountain. He says a backhoe can be stable.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you on that. I have a lot of hours in a backhoe. Grew up on a backhoe. That's where I learned to run sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they can be extremely tippy. Have yet to tip one, but definitely have come very close. Very, very close.
Probably a little better if you're on flat ground. We're working
Flat ground's
on
fine.
on the mountainside that we have is a little bit different, probably.
More people talking about the wall project and anticipation.
In the works.
Yeah, we are anticipating it as well. Rod is talking about a compost area.
Yep.
We need one.
Yeah.
Do we have one?
We have one. Yep, we have one. We have a compost pile going.
Yeah, seems to be good, and it's literally just a pile, not in a bin or anything.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about that? You know more about that than I do.
The compost. I'd say 90% of like our scraps and everything I've been given to the chickens. But the compost pile is definitely in the works. I've noticed that I end up like moving things quite a bit, so I don't even know if like the compost area is in its permanent spot right now. So yeah, but it works. Over the winter time was probably when I really started composting in general, and then I've noticed that like a lot of the weeds, like the bedding from the chicken and stuff like that, goes in there. None of it actually, well, a little bit of it made it onto the garden this year, but not enough to like cover an entire area. But it's been a work in progress, and right now I think it might need to be moved. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of learn as we go, trial and error, figure it out a little bit.
Yeah, or it goes like kind of right hand in hand with like how good the garden is doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we at here? Dan, hello from Northeast Pennsylvania. That is where the cheaper used equipment is.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Seriously.
He has a question. Says, okay, so we're getting there.
I think we're looking at 10% on the battery.
Were you both fully on board with the style of living from the start of your journey, or did it take some convincing to go all in?
I think mentally, like at least for me, I don't know that I was like completely all on board. I feel like timing wise and like needing to buy a piece of property or like figure out what we wanted to do, that all came pretty quickly. So like we really had to get on board right away with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like make a commitment. Hey, we need to buy either a piece of property or we need to buy a house because we were in a position where we had to move, and we knew that we wanted to stay in the area. And I think that so it took a little bit right at first, but I think just kind of the way that like things have been going like in the world, I think that's been a lot of a bigger push to like become more self-sufficient since we do have the opportunity, you know, and like the prices of things at the grocery store, you see that every time you go in, it seems like prices are raised.
It's like 10 cents on everything. Every time we go in, like 10 cents more, 10 cents more.
So we're trying to just like figure, not that like in all situations is it cheaper than to garden or to like preserve your food than it is to just like buy a can of beans at the store, but I think it's just kind of like the longevity wise,
having that option of having your own food.
Yeah. for sure. So I think that it took a little bit. It took a while. I think it took at least a year to really completely be on board with wanting to like progress in that lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree. You pretty much summed it up.
Yeah.
Paul is just talking about how we were talking about the trains and the brakes and the squealing. Susan says, hi from Canada. Love your videos.
Hello, neighbor to the north.
Neighbor to the north.
We love Canada.
A couple of people talking about cannabis. Are you all growing cannabis this year? From TJ. We
live
can't
in
here in Idaho. Yeah.
Pretty strict rules on that.
Yeah, it's illegal here.
It's illegal. The states, like in a lot of the states,
every state surrounding us.
Every state surrounding us.
And countries. I think Canada is legal too.
Yeah, but Idaho will get you pretty hard.
It would be a great area for profit too. I think a lot of people in Washington, especially, I know Oregon, like a guy could make some money growing that stuff, but
they won't let you.
Can't do it here in Idaho. So we are growing just like the typical crops.
Regular
tomatoes.
lettuce, yeah. None of the devils.
Oh wow, I wonder if the service was out. I just saw a bunch of these pop up.
Oh dang.
Interesting. Let's see.
We got to keep an eye on your phone too. It's less than 10%.
Yeah, so we got about 5 more minutes here. Let's see. He's talking about the wall. Ed Lauret from Berkshire, Mass. Anon, best wishes from the Netherlands. I think they are possibly out. Geert. I don't know what that means.
Netherlands. I want to go to the Netherlands.
Have you ever thought of putting a alternator on a bicycle, and then we can just sit there and pedal the bike for electricity? So like while we're watching TV, we can just be pedaling the bike.
Can't say I ever thought about that.
Yep.
Till now.
So Paul is saying growing and putting up her own food lets her realize what went into her food.
That's true.
And to her, it's priceless.
I agree with you there, Paula. Just our little bit of experience so far with the meat chickens is huge. Like, I know that, like, I've spent a lot of time with those chickens. I know exactly what they're eating. I know exactly what they're drinking. It definitely gives you a huge peace of mind, and just like their lifestyle, I know that they're happy chickens. I know that they were raised happy. I know that they'll die happy. So I think that that's huge compared to like the living conditions that like huge factory farms like those animals have to live in. It's really sad. So I think it's cool to be a part of the movement, getting back to like how things used to be,
Yeah, I don't know what changed it, because even I think it was like here in America, at least, there was a big movement for like people to have their own backyard chickens. I believe maybe in the 50s or 60s. Yeah, there was a big movement for most citizens to have like a backyard flock of chickens in a small garden.
I think it all had to do with the money. They told you like, hey, it's, you can spend your time at work and you can just get your eggs at the store, You don't have to raise your own chickens. Like, look how convenient it is to just buy it.
Yep.
I think that's exactly.
Okay, I'm going to motor through these last ones really quick because we are dying here. Let's see. So Larry Heath says just make sure to put the compost onto the garden and till it up, and it should make a big difference next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be doing that. We learned our lesson, I feel like, and I don't want to spend another year suffering through like bad gardens. So.
David says, now that your house is up, would you like to have it out in another area? I think if he's asking if we would rather have put our house somewhere else. I love where our location is.
Yeah, we're good with it.
Very good with it.
A lot of you guys know we have a 10-acre homestead, and 9.5 of those acres are mountainside. So we have very little options when it comes to like flat area for building and otherwise. So we're really happy with where our house is.
Hi from Belgium.
Oh, hello.
Anon, Gert is the first name. That was my bad. Jack Pitt says aloha from Hawaii.
Ooh,
we got Veracruz, Mexico. That's Mr. and Mrs. Green in the house.
Thank you guys.
Old guy says, is dying happy a thing? Oh yeah. Paul is getting back to the meat that we were talking about. He says their beef and pork comes from local organic farmers. They know what they're eating and they're drinking.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, they're having problems with the poultry provider. And that's interesting you say that. Liz and I have kicked around the idea of raising enough chickens to, obviously butcher a lot for ourselves, but also market some as well. Maybe via this, if we have any locals that would be interested in it. Not this year, but next year, next spring.
Possibly.
We're definitely kicking around that idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's interesting to know that in other parts of the country, poultry is definitely, there's a need, there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sil says the backyard chicken eggs taste so much better than the store.
So much better.
Yeah, those store eggs, on average, they're about 6 months old by the time they hit the shelf. Or 6 weeks old, I'm sorry. 6 weeks old by the time you purchase them.
It's pretty, yeah, the difference is wild.
TJ says, congrats on 50,000.
Thank you.
Found your channel right when you started from a comment on Pure Living for Life. It's great to watch your journey. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man.
Thank you,
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was going for there.
Have all helped along the way. It's been a fun ride.
Hot and humid in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
And Rod says, just to say, I think you're a very good operator. Thank you very much. Yeah. Where are we at here? Milk. Paula's milk comes from the local dairy farm.
Nice.
Yep, we have that as well here. Liz and I don't drink a bunch of milk, so we don't really get it from the dairy farms, the local farm at least. Ed from beautiful West Virginia, thank you for stopping by. It is beautiful over there. I've been looking at some property over there, and yeah, it looks very beautiful over there. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll tease you guys with that. Looking at some property in West Virginia. Ronald says, see you next time. And Anon, by the way, maybe a little curious, does it happen when viewers try to visit you people in person, or how do you feel about that, if you don't mind me asking? So Liz and I we don't like people coming here, basically, from YouTube, especially unannounced, uninvited.
Yeah. As anybody, I think, would.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think that's a very far-fetched concern.
Yeah.
We love to meet you guys, but we love it to be like a more scheduled. Nobody wants strangers coming to their house, basically.
Right.
Even though it might not seem like we're strangers, it just needs to be a little bit more formal than popping in.
Right. Yeah. It'd be one thing if Liz and I were running a business from the property, you know, i.e. a produce stand or something of that nature. Then it's absolutely welcome.
Which is definitely, you know, kind of like one of our goals.
Could be an option eventually. But yeah, we have had people show up, and, you know, more times than not, we try to politely but you know, firmly let them know, like, that we're not okay with this. It's just, in our opinion, slightly strange. You know, we've had people creeping, driving by really slow, getting on other mountaintops, trying to catch a peek of our property, and it's like, you know, come on, guys.
Like, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it to anybody else.
No, it's just a little strange. So that's why we do these scheduled meet and greets, like we just did 2 weeks ago, for that opportunity, so you guys can come out, meet us in person, stuff like that. But yeah, very much so. Subscribers are not invited to Liz and I's property at this point in time.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do love to meet you guys if you ever see us in person, or shoot us an email, you know, if, you know, kind of thing. Like, we're not opposed to meeting subscribers that way.
Absolutely not.
We definitely welcome that.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as just showing up, you know, and there's some weird people out there, man. It's crazy how easy it is for some people to figure out where you live.
Yeah, because of the internet,
I guess basically just, you know, try to respect people's privacy.
As much as possible.
Yeah, and that's about it. Best wishes, yeah. So thank you guys for popping in. This is about to die, so we do have to wrap it up. It looks like we have damn near a 90-minute live stream, so that was fun.
One of the longer ones.
One of the longer ones. We appreciate you guys dropping by. Hopefully the stream held up for you pretty decent from the mountaintop.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you guys. We hope you have a great week.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Catch you in the next one, guys. See you later.
Bye.